Hello again, it's your pal Buddy the dog with more canine frolics. Now, something of a poignant one. Um, Going back to the earlier topic of hate crime when we basically covered BLM and racism and homophobia and hatred towards subcultures, and this is the thing that got me in the first place. Sophie Lancaster and Robert Maltby were out in Stubby Park in Backup in Manchester. And a bunch of youths, what we call chavs, basically says about them. They firstly kicked Robert to the ground, and they were about to turn and go, but Sophie was cradling him and trying to protect him, and the one said, "Oh, she's a witness," and went back and basically used her head as a football. And Robert came out of his coma eventually, but Sophie died. And it was a horrible, horrible, tragic event. It should never have happened. It should never have been allowed to happen. And it wouldn't be the first time that there has been attacks on goth culture. So far, I mean, since the death of Sophie Lancaster, there's been all kinds of reports coming out the woodwork about attacks on goth subculture and hate crime. It needs to stop. Since then, her mother, Sylvia Lancaster, developed the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, which is a charity to campaign to stop hate crime. You can make donations. You can go onto the website for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation, just Google it. Or you can, I'm pretty sure they've got it on GoFundMe, but I can't swear to it. Check it out. You might want to check that one out. But, make donations and, just show your support. Also, if you're interested, there's a book being released by a lady called Catherine Smith, called Weirdo Mosher Freak, and it's about the attack on Sophie Lancaster and death of Sophie Lancaster. She was a reporter for the family, and she has written this book to raise awareness and raise money for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. And this is what goes on. We need this hate crime thing to stop. We need the government to say, okay, we're going to put this hate crime towards goth subculture under the same category as racism, homophobia, abuse of mentally ill people, transphobia, whatever it is, whatever the fucking is you slice it, yeah. Right, this is what they need to put this down as. So, crime is crime, hate crime will carry a severe penalty. Right? So, if somebody thinks they're going to go out and attack somebody for being goth or metalist or whatever, yeah, they might think again if they realise the consequences of their actions. I was attacked for being different. I was basically ambushed in the street by a gang of thugs, chabs. They kicked me to the ground. Fortunately, this Samaritan passed by and picked me up off the ground and just grabbed me and said, "Look, go home, go home." You know what I mean? It could have been a lot worse for me, but fortunately I only had a few cuts and bruises. It could have been a lot worse. My friend Mark, now bear in mind this attack on me happened in about 2003. And I had to go to the police station about it as well and give a statement. My friend Mark, however, he wasn't so lucky, right? Now, he was only 19. And some thugs basically were catcalling at him outside the pub, right? Now, they generally tell you to go away and ignore it, but you know what? Sometimes that doesn't always work because they'll attack you just for ignoring them. He preferred to speak up and defend himself, and when he did, they used his head as a football and if only you'd have seen him when I went to the hospital to see him in the state he was in, right? He had tubes coming out his bloody neck and body like a Borg from Star Trek. You know what I mean? He couldn't speak. He was in some kind of coma. He was completely out of it. But he was awake. He was aware of me. But he couldn't speak. He had to he was completely out of it. Just completely in the state he was in, and I think those youths who attacked him I'm pretty sure they only got a light sentence. I'm not sure what the circumstances were with that. Now he was attacked about a year after me, right around about 2004, 2005, yeah. Of course, you can imagine when I heard about Sophie Lancaster, I was out nightclubbing in 2007, and my blood ran cold. Because basically the DJ announced it on the sound system in the venue, and my blood just went ice cold. And I turned out to my wife, who was my first wife at the time, and said to her, says, "Bab, take me home. Take me home. I can't. This is fucking me up good and proper." Because, I had a nasty flashback when I was attacked. My friend was attacked. And it just sickened me. I was just so sick. I couldn't believe it. And this is why they need to put a stop on the hate crime thing. Right? Hating just because somebody's different. Right? I mean, how can anybody want to destroy an entire family or destroy somebody's life or a healthy human body just because you don't like the look of that person or they're different? You don't like the face or how they dress. Okay, you don't like somebody, leave them the fuck alone, right? And I hope there's chavs on here watching this now who can say this, right? Leave goth culture alone, you fucking chav bastards, okay? Because you're irritating little fucks, you're insecure, you follow the sheep, right? And this is all about raising your fucking ego, right? Attacking somebody is different. Now, hating is one thing, but hating somebody for being different, that is really pathetic. You need to grow the fuck up and get a life. And get the shag, maybe, right? But most of all, people just, this whole hate crime things that needs to stop. And it happens now. And I mean, all this shit ends now. This is your friend, Buddy the Dog. Peace out.